Hi everybody, this is Dave with Restless Moon Outdoors. We are going to be doing a camping trip at the Serenova track for JB Starkey Wilderness Park. We'll be mentoring Trouble Teen Aydin along with National Guardsman Paul Bukowski. I'm going to try to teach this young man how to do some survival fishing. We are also going to try to teach this young man how to set a wire snare trap. The Serenova track is on the cusp of Newport Richey and Land O'Lakes on State Road 52 and Hayes Road. It's on the corner. It's the very north end of the JB Starkey Wilderness Park. However, we're going to have some challenges this time around. It is raining at this moment. We will be leaving today. It's supposed to be on and off rains, 30% chance all day today. Tomorrow it is less than a 10% chance of rain, and then Tuesday rain again. The Serenova track has multiple hiking trails, fishing locations, horse camp. We will be camping in the campground, the primitive campground itself. The Serenova track campground provides fire rings and a picnic table. It's open, and a permanent outhouse. We would have been there earlier this week, and we would have left Friday. However, the Boy Scouts of America are currently at the campsite, and they will be leaving today. But anyways, our menus are going to be quite simple. They do have running water there, so we will not have to pack water. I will run the water through my filtration system, though, before we drink it, unless, of course, Paul brings bottled water. That's entirely up to them. But due to the weather, I will be bringing some extra equipment, some extra tarps, free soldier tarps. We're slowly but surely getting him set up with camp gear. So I hope you enjoy the rest of the video, and we're going to have some fun. All right, we're here at Serenova track, JB Starkey Wilderness Park. We got Aydin, windboard, and we're going to set up our pins right here, 3 to 4 steps away from the major fire ring, so we can get some work tonight. Go ahead and start setting up. As I'm unpacking over here, I have the Sawyer's Squeeze water filtration system. I have a full bundle of 50-foot 550 paracord, a aesthetic compass. You never go to the woods without it. fishing bait, artificials, a water bottle. We got the flashlight for later. We got the lantern for later. A rain jacket, which is a Frog Hogs extra large. Good equipment. And these little beauties, even though they look like pipe bombs, they're not pipe bombs. These are actually hobo fishing poles for hand lines for fishing. We'll be using those tomorrow. Have crap wire to use for wire snares for squirrels. A fire starter kit that you've seen in other videos. Personal hygiene kit and medications, or first aid kit that you've seen in videos. Extra batteries in a phone charger battery pack. Gerber mouth guide tool. Toilet paper. Pocket knife. Even though I already have a pocket knife with me, now I have two of them. Infamous headlight. And because I knew Aydin wouldn't have a headlight, I brought an extra headlight for Aydin. Where'd you get a headlight? Is it the one I gave you before? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, you weren't supposed to keep that?
No, you bought one.
Oh, did oh yeah, I did. I did buy him one, so now he had my day. Put that back. Try to help the kid out. At least he's honest about it. Somebody else would just snuck off with it, claiming an extra one. I do have Repel 100% DEET insect repellent just in case, but with the temperature right now, it is about 62, 63 degrees outside. It is wet. It's overcast. There's a mist in the air. It's going to definitely be damp. A second smaller flashlight for a specific purpose that I won't get into right now. And my extra equipment that I brought both of my Free Soldier 9x10 tarps. It'll help keep the water and rain off of this if we need to. There you have it for my gear. Paul had to go back to his house. He might join us later tonight. He might not, but he's definitely going to come back and bring us some firewood. The Boy Scouts were here earlier. There's a little bit of dead wood laying around. We're going to utilize that, and but we're definitely going to run out. We need it for cooking. And that whole time I was too close to the camera. You saw everything except for my head. I will edit that out. This is the food bag. It's got all our cooking essentials in it. Okay, Aydin's going to go get some water. We put our Free Soldier tarps over the top of our tent. That'll help get the warmth in and definitely keep them waterproof. I'm going to modify mine a little bit so it's easier for me to, and my old butt, to get in and out of it. Go. We'll modify. Alright, we got fire going. Aydin's making himself a ramen with his Bunsen burner and propane stove that I gave him. I'm enjoying a cup of coffee. Tonight was basically spent. How late we got here. We got here, it was after 3. Setting up camp and everything. But tonight we're going to go for a walk on the hiking trails and see if we can see some game. Some deer or some hog or anything of that matter. The other side of the campground where the RVs and horse trailers are, there's several campers in there. It's like a group. They got 3 school buses that they converted to campers, and it sure is fun. We are pretty much secluded here, and there's no other people here in the primitive section. We went and got some water, filtered it through the Sawyer Mini, and Aiden's going to be a trooper. That's the way it is. Catch up with you guys a little bit later when it comes time to making some dinner. Campfire chili. The National Guardsman did finally show up.
How's it going?
And Aydin ate his ramen. And then he's probably going to make another one, without a doubt. Luckily, I packed some extra food for him. So. All right, everyone. It's now almost 11 o'clock at night. Night 1. And it was a pretty successful night. We had some good food, some campfire chili. Aydin learned about alcohol stoves, and we went for a little hike. At nighttime, didn't see any wildlife for some strange reason, because I know this area is packed full of feral hogs and deer, but didn't see any. Saw an armadillo at the porta-john. Had to meet with a local game warden, stop by, say hello, check our permits, make sure we were all in compliance, and we were, and we're going to go ahead and call it a night. See y'all tomorrow. We will have a busy day today teaching Aydin some bushcraft. Plan on teaching him how to use a hobo line survival fishing pole kit and setting some small game snares. Let's see, get to it. What we're having for breakfast this morning is we're going to have good old-fashioned spam, single serves for each individual, and I put together a potato pancake mix, which is nothing more than instant mashed potatoes, a little bit of flour, seasoning, and onion. For the potato pancakes, we take the mix that I put together in a Ziploc bag, dump it in a container. I use my mess kit pot. And then you simply add water and you mix it up until you get a thick mashed potato texture. But it's got to be thick so that way it holds together. Give this a stir. Water incorporated, spices incorporated, onions incorporated. It's really easy to add too much water and make it too runny. If it's too runny, it won't hold together when you're frying it. And as you see, it's really thickened out. That's perfect. Got it right on the first time. Imagine that. Once we have our consistency that we want, throughout. Essentially, it's going to be like almost like a hash brown. And then we just add heat. let it fry up. Tonight's dinner is going to be campfire chicken noodle soup and dumplings. And in the soup, I'm going to incorporate palmetto hearts. I've already cut one up, as you can see, putting the monkey fur in the fire. And this is what we got that I'm going to put in the soup. I'm going to dice it up, and it's going to be good. Saw palmetto grows all over the state of Florida. It is the ultimate survival plant. It can feed you, it can put clothing on you, and create shelter. It give you all three of your basic necessities. We'll get back with that. Right now, we're doing soup. Okay, the soup is cooking up. It's getting happy, 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 happy. Okay, now we're going to add the dumplings to the soup. The dumplings are actually just Pillsbury croissant rolls. I just cut them into disc. And now we're going to add them to the soup. One at a time. Let them get happy. Empty of dumplings. And it looks like I got a couple of extras that are left over. I'm going to make sure they get well coated with broth. And the soup is actually Bear Creek dehydrated soup that you can get out at your supermarkets. And they are cooking up beautifully. Doesn't that look yummy? Mmm. Product: chicken noodle soup and dumplings. And I was able to take the leftover pieces, the disc, I just grilled them. We'll see how they come out. Yummy. Howdy, folks. Well, we've certainly had a certain interesting turn of events on our camping trip here at Serenova, track for JB Starkey Wilderness Park. Young man Aydin, the one that I was mentoring, and so was Paul, the National Guardsman, who is actually Aydin's uncle. Paul ran into an issue to where, he has to be home with his family. And young Aydin, tomorrow being Tuesday, we got him cleared for school to be out here on this trip. But being a troubled teen, he actually expressed that he would like to go to school tomorrow. So that compiled with, we're going to have an 80% chance of rain tomorrow morning. We went ahead and packed up his gear and Paul's gear, and they sent him on home. Seeing as how I'm in a new tent that is questionable in quality, even for my standards, I'm going to test the tent in the rain. Now, I do have a tarp over the tent, but my main concern is the flooring at the tent. I'm worried about it bringing in water. And I'd rather do it here where I'm so close to home to where it'd be not a problem for somebody to come get me or for me to pack up and go, than it would be if I was many miles from here in a different campground or campsite out in the woods, enjoying nature. And I'd rather have it done here than I can see what this tent can endure and what it can't. But so now it went from a group camp to, well, now I'm in a solo camp. And we will continue the video tomorrow when I do the breakdown in the rain, most likely. Y'all have a good night. I'm heading to bed. Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday morning, February 8th.
I just checked temperature. It is 53 degrees Fahrenheit. I stayed expecting rain at around midnight and to continue to rain all the way through at least noon today. Not a drop so far. Um, Even the coals are still hot from last night. I threw a couple little pieces of kindling on there. We will be breaking camp today at first daylight. And all in all, it's a good little area to camp. It's free. You do have to go online to Southwest Water Management District to reserve a site. They established some new rules. You can spend no more than 7 nights consecutively here at the campground, um, and no more than 2 weeks throughout the year annually. They do have the horse trails, they have hiking trails, they have fishing, they have specialty hunts, as I had mentioned before, for feral hogs, and the RV sites and the horse campsites. They have well water, hand pump well water. There is no electrical. Facilities for using the restroom, permanent porta johns or brick and mortar porta johns. Uh, However, on this trip, the actual porta johns that are permanent were out of order, so they had plastic ones here for this trip. Ironically, we did teach Aydin how to use the survival fishing lines. I did teach him how to set wire snares for small game, especially squirrels, and the proper use of an L7 snare hook or trap hook, or there's so many different uses for an L7 notch on a stick. We will be getting back to you.